Hello students, welcome. Previously, Form 4, Topic 7, Lesson 9, we were dealing with the fifth calculation concerning half-life, which was determining the count rate. So today, Lesson 10, we want to proceed to radioactive decay curve. Kindly stay with us until the end of the video. So let's start by knowing what a radioactive decay curve is, and we're saying this is a graph of activity against the time, and activity can be mass or it can be counts per minute or counts per second. Next, we are saying a radioactive decay curve can be used to determine the half-life period of an isotope, since activity decreases at equal time interval to half the original. Example number 1. We are told the table below shows the mass of a radioisotope recorded over a number of days. So here we're having the first row, time in days, and the second row we're having mass measured in grams. So part A, we are told draw a graph of mass against number of days, and part B, we are told from the graph determine Roman 1 the half-life of the radioisotope, Roman 2 the mass of the radioisotope remaining after 4.5 days. So part A, we are told draw a graph of mass against number of days. So that means we are supposed to write mass on the y-axis and we write number of days or time in the side of the x-axis. So this is how the curve looks like. Here on the y-axis we have written mass in grams, and on the x-axis we have written time in days. So next we have plotted the points and we have connected the points to make the curve using freehand. We are not using a ruler. Then part B, we are told from the graph determine Roman 1 the half-life of the radioisotope. How are we going to get the half-life using the graph? First of all, we are supposed to get our original mass. So when the time was 0, the mass was 800 grams. So what is half of 800 grams? We are going to get 400 grams. So we are supposed to go to the graph and we check where we are going to have 400 grams on the y-axis. Then we are going to use dotted line and to see where we are going to reach on the curve. So it is here where we're having 400 grams, so we have to use dotted line until we reach now the curve. So when we reach the curve, that's where we are going to come down so that we read the time there. So here we're having a scale of 1 centimeter here. So 1 centimeter will represent 1 day. So a small box will be 0.2. because we have to say 1 divided by 5, because 1 centimeter square is having 5 boxes. So we have to say 1 divided by 5, we're going to get 0.2. So that means a small box like this one, a small teeny box is having 0.2. So we're having 4 small boxes. So 4 times 0.2, we are going to get 0.8. Then add the 1 here, so we are going to get 1.8 days. That will be our answer. Then Roman 2, we are told the mass of the radioisotope remaining after 4.5 days. So we have to go on the time side, that's the x-axis, and we see where we're having 4.5, and we have to put dots until we reach the curve and we read our value on the y-axis to get the mass. So this is where we're having 4 and 5 days. So in between them we're having 4.5 days. So when we put dots until we reach the curve, so here between 100 to 200 we're having 10 small boxes. So that means each will be 10, because we have to say 100 divided by 10, we are going to get 10. So if this is 100, in the middle of this 100 and 200 will be 150 plus 10, 160 plus other 10, 170. So the unit will be gram. So let's see the answer for part B. So the answers for part B, Roman 1, we're having 1.8 days, the way we have explained, and Roman 2, we're having 170 grams, the way we have explained. Next, we are having extended questions. Learners, we are having 3 extended questions. So this is question number 1, you can see. Next, we are going to proceed to question number 2 and number 3. So we're having question 2 here, and this is question 3. And that's the end of our class for today. Thank you for watching.